a square, a square. What do you see? A square, a square, a square, a square. Well, by the time it gets to you and you're the 18th person, you're going, oh, am I crazy? I see a triangle. And guess what that 18th person said? Well, they said square because they didn't want to be the crazy person in the room.
What is going on, YouTube? I am back again with another one on this glorious Tuesday. Hey, yo, man, shout out to the Boston Celtics for whooping up on the Mavs. I'm not a Celtics fan, so y'all don't jump on my back about that. I'm just pointing out what happened. All right, man, let's get into Candace Owens. She's back again. You know, she's got the fire on her right now. She's going at Brigitte Macron, I think the Prime Minister's wife over in France. And when I seen that Brigitte Macron, that's an ugly old demon-looking thing right there. But she was on Piers Morgan last week, talking about a number of things with him. And Piers challenged her to prove that Brigitte Macron is a man, because that's what she's been saying. She does, she, whatever it is, it does look like a man, or previously had been a man or whatnot. And she's been bringing some interesting details, the last month or so about that situation. So I'm gonna play this little flashback from last week with her sit down with Piers Morgan, and we'll get into the video.
Lady Brigitte Macron, who you keep saying is a man. You produced zero evidence that she is a man. It's been deeply offensive to her husband, President Macron, to all of her family. You keep promoting it to millions of people that follow you. And I simply ask why. She's not a man, she's a woman.
I'm happy to uncovered was the fact that Brigitte Macron, who alleges that the person that they are saying is her is actually her brother, who's never been seen and who they never produced, that Brigitte Macron lived as a man for 30 years and then transitioned at the age of 30. So he's trying to tell you this is crazy, this is wacky. Why don't you just go pursue a primary source?
Well,
I'm not the primary source. It would be very easy to dispute this. All Brigitte Macron would have to do is produce a single photo of her in the first 30 years of her life, or to go on a little walk with her brother, who she alleges that she's...
$100,000, make it dollars, right now, that it is established beyond any doubt that she was born a woman.
Hey man, that's funny. You see, Piers Morgan is definitely challenging her on it. But he's always contrary to things that are considered conspiracy theory or something like that. But I think she had a video. She said, I don't know if I played in this clip, but she had a mini docu-series on that Brigitte Macron person. And but of course I know Piers Morgan is not trying to watch that, and if he did, he's still gonna argue his side, because he's always defended the establishment position. But this is what she said yesterday, I believe. I think it was on Monday. I guess she's responding back on her own channel with some interesting takes, and I guess, I don't know if there'll be facts, but just, some things that she's learned about and she knows about. So I'm gonna play that real quick.
I can't think of a greater modern example going on right now of that experiment than the Brigitte Macron story. It is an absurdity. There is an overwhelming amount of evidence. And Emmanuel Macron is married to a biological male. I know that sounds crazy. And it sounds crazy especially because the mockingbirds in media are just refusing to debunk it. Instead, let me tell you about this Brigitte Macron story and how I came across it. Because like I told Piers Morgan, no, of course, this did not come from me. Why would I just be sitting around as an American citizen being like, I wonder if I could look into a French conspiracy theory? Of course not. I was actually just reading the Daily Mail one day, and I saw a headline about how Emmanuel Macron was absolutely furious about these rumors. And I was like, what rumors? I haven't even heard about anything. And then I stumbled upon quite a pretty big situation that has been going on in France, in that it has gotten so big that, yes, Macron has been tasked now with going out to the public and trying to dissuade them from believing that his wife, Brigitte Macron, was actually born a man. Now, of course, when I saw the headline, I agreed. I was like, yeah, that is absolutely insane. Let me read this article real quick. And the article stipulated that there was a theory. And immediately, in reading the article, my mockingbird senses came on. I realized that the article itself was also not debunking anything, and this should be a very easy thing to debunk. Rather, they were just doing what Barry Weiss was doing, what Pierce was doing, and just saying it was crazy. Now, in this article, they had only 2 photos embedded as proof that Brigitte Macron ever lived as a woman for the first 30 years of her life. Here are the 2 photos. I'm going to show them to you. Here's the first photo. And they basically were just like, look at cute little Brigitte Macron sitting on her mother's lap. And instantly, I promise you, I hadn't even looked into the primary source of the story. And I said, well, that's weird, because Brigitte looks to me like the person on the far left. That is Brigitte's whole face. I mean, you looking at this? I mean, if you're listening to this in a podcast, do go find it on YouTube thereafter. But I went, no, that actually, the person on the lap doesn't look anything like Brigitte. Whatever. Then I looked at photo 2 that they presented, and I went, wait, Brigitte's quite old. This does not look like a photo that is that old. This actually looks like a new photo that was just turned into black and white. Whatever, I put it in the back of my mind. I decided to go pursue the primary source, and I was shocked at what I stumbled upon. You guys, this was not some Reddit conspiracy theory. This was not some people sitting around with tinfoil hats being like, let's just make up a rumor about the First Lady of France. No, far from that. This was a story that was worked on for 3 years by journalists, which was eventually published in a 6-part series in a publication known as Fait et Documents. Xavier Poussard worked on the story, Natasha Ray worked on the story, and they crossed hands with genealogists who worked on this story. So again, no, this was not some random conspiracy theory. This was 3 years of hard work. And what they determined was that Brigitte Macron did not exist for the first 30 years of her life. Listen to what I'm saying to you. There is no proof that this human being existed for 30 years. It's a very easy thing to debunk, guys. Okay, very easy thing to debunk. If somebody came at me and said, Candace Owens, you did not exist for the first 30 years, I'd be like, what are you crazy? Here's my high school yearbook. Here's my middle school yearbook. Here's me and the homies standing outside with too thin eyebrows because that was the style when I was in high school. Here's me, a picture of me cheerleading. Here's me when I played the flute for 6 months. Here's me and my sisters. It's such a nonsense.
Well, damn. Hey, Candace, hey, when she on it, she on it. I'm not saying that she's right, because I know they do this a lot of times with Michelle Obama, saying that she or he is a man or has previously been a man. But I think that's being pretty debunked as far as like seeing the pictures of her when she was a kid. Maybe not the most attractive woman for sure, but I do think she was a woman. I know they post videos and pictures of some type of little, looks like a penis or something like that flapping in her dress, but it could just be like a ruffle of the dress, or it may be, I'm not sure what's going on, but I wouldn't say she's a man, but could be. But it seems like to this video on this subject that the Brigitte Macron person definitely could be a man. If the person has such an absent timeline of where the person was and what they looked like in their youth, it's almost like the Obama situation when he where it seemed like they forwarded or fraudulently made a birth certificate of him, so he could be born in the U.S. But I don't know, man. I just thought this was funny and interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Y'all like and subscribe, and we'll try to do a little follow-up on this because I don't want to make this video too long because Candace is going in. But we'll make a follow-up hopefully and see where it goes, and I'll catch y'all in another one. Peace.